Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okie dokie.
Good morning.
Good morning. How's our mommy doing?
Good. How was your trip?
Amazing.
Goody.
Thank you for asking. You slept till 1:30. I'm so jealous.
I don't know. I did a shamanic healing with Michelle, and she said, "Well, you may be, a little bit off." And then the next thing I know, I'm like asleep for like 15 hours straight. Well, gee, I guess I
You
need
prepared me for
that.
that. I think it's great.
Yeah, I guess it was needed. I feel much better.
Good. Good, good, good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the baby has slept 4 nights in a row all night long.
That's amazing.
Like all night, like 10:30 until I'm waking his butt up when we're ready to go to school.
What is he? 4 months? No.
Yeah, almost. He's 3.5.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
I'm like, oh, thank you. The first couple of times I woke up like before him, and I'm like, where is he? What's going on? Like I was all confused. Like, why is the sun up and the baby's not crying? And you're like all lost. Like I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
I remember those days. Oh my gosh, but how much better you must feel.
I know. And then getting that one big day of sleep, yeah,
Oh,
was awesome.
good. Good, good, good. Well, I'm very happy for you.
Much better. Woo!
Woohoo! I'm doing my happy dance.
Yeah, silent cheering. Yeah.
So it's so much fun to get my husband involved. I think I told you this before, but now I have lights.
I know.
I mean, now I have to do it.
Yeah. So let's schedule your first webinar.
That sounds fun.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's set it all up today for real.
Oh, okay. This isn't for pretend, huh?
No. Why?
I don't know. Pretend world is so much more fun.
Yeah, make it happen.
Yeah, no, I need to. It's definitely there. And I, just so you know, thank you. She wrote a book. I already did my 15-minute interview yesterday.
Yay.
So yeah, I don't know when it's going to go on, but I did that one. And then I had done the other one, the girl from your mastermind, which
Yep. Sherry.
loved Sherry. And then I have the Wow Wednesday one coming up. And actually, Nancy allows you to do a call ahead of time to kind of get
everyone pumped.
on there. Right. So I'm going to do that the week before.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go through the one sheet, the speaking opportunities that I put together. There is a ton of
Okay.
courses in there for you. Like you could book yourself for the whole year. Yeah, there's a ton in there.
Okay, cool.
And we keep adding to that all the time.
All right.
As
That's in the alumni, right? In the alumni group or no?
Yeah, it's in the alumni group.
All right, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so I have Webinar Jam. I guess when it very first came out, I bought the Forever
Yep.
program. And then I did go ahead and just pay and upgrade lead pages so I could get lead digits.
Yay.
Yeah, and I already set that up.
Nice, like when you're on the call with Nancy, you can just kind of be like, hey, if you want my free gift, just text. And then what happens is they text and then it replies back and says, what's your email address? And then they reply back with their email and it goes boom right into your email system.
No, I love it. Yes.
Yeah, I did
totally worth it. So thank you for that.
I did really well with that. I was speaking in Las Vegas one time and I used that and I had like 93% of the room opted in.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm excited. So I actually joined so that I could create a lead page. Well, I needed to create a lead page anyways, but I joined one of those like free gift extravaganza.
Oh yeah, those are fun.
Yeah, so, and people are starting to opt in, so it's exciting. So
Yay.
Yeah.
Isn't it awesome when it works?
Oh my gosh, please. I mean, and it's funny because I know it could be even better and even more polished, but I'm so about better done than perfect. And you know what? I'm out there.
Yep. And you just keep going. Like, now it's 4 years, 3, 4 years, and people were like, hey, I've been following you for this long, or and it's not, it's when your offer matches them. So as your offer changes and they grow and you grow, sometimes you're parallel and sometimes you connect.
Right, right. And that's such a good thing to keep in your mind, because it's forever, we're all forever changing and growing.
Yeah, and different things. Or I have someone coming to the boot camp this time, who heard me on a 20-minute podcast interview, and she was like, I just heard your voice and knew that I had to come. She's flying all the way from California to come to the boot camp this weekend, and she just heard my voice on a podcast and wanted to do video, had listened to a whole bunch of other people, and just knew that this was the right thing for her.
Ah.
And she's been waiting since the last one, because she couldn't make the date to come to this one. So I just talked to her. She's like just beside herself that it's actually here.
Oh my gosh.
So, you just don't know where you put yourself, and just have to trust in that, which is fun.
It actually is, I'm seeing the fun in it, and I love just having conversations with people. That's why I'm definitely going to look at your list of things. I really just love, and I feel like I've made the connection with the few that I've done, and it just goes on, and we go on tangents. And I mean, I believe that's what people want to hear, and then you give them a few nuggets, and then maybe it sticks.
Yep. And then they just continue on. It's an exciting process, and there's no limitations to it.
Right.
Which is super, super duper exciting for sure. Right. And, I just can't say enough about the process, because it really works.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's a lot, people don't show that, I got frustrated because a lot of my friends went to that TV show thing where you learn to get on national television and all that. And I watched my friend who had 40 something television appearances in the last year. And so I said to her, well, how's your list? And she's like, well, and she kind of made a face. And I'm like, how much money did you spend flying all over the country to do these? Literally, she would have to fly to New York City and sit there all day and wait for her turn to be on the TV show. And then she would get 3 minutes on the CNN or whatever, which was great for your resume, but she wasn't allowed to promote her website, ask for an opt-in, ask for an offer. So she has exposure to thousands, but it resulted in net negative.
Right. Well, Amy Porterfield is now promoting that was her biggest mistake when she first started out.
Yeah.
I don't know how true it is, but I mean, she's definitely going on that road, that whole do your list.
Yeah, it's your list, because people don't realize I have 30 people on my list. That's okay. 10% of your list converts, or you do something crazy like that 4-day cash machine and you drop that out to your list. It doesn't matter. It keeps building momentum and growing, and things start happening.
Right.
Even with a small list, you can still do really well with it.
Right, when you have the right tools.
Yeah, and it's just a matter. I think people are afraid to build their list, or they're like, oh, I built my list and then I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
And then, and I'm guilty of that. I had a fairly sizable list, and I never sent offers out or did anything with it. I was like, oh, I'll just keep getting new people.
Right.
And I was really good at getting new people, but I forgot about all the people who were already there. Okay, so maybe they didn't come to an event last time, but maybe they want to come this time.
Right. Oh my God. So cool. All right.
Guilty as charged.
So I think you're saying actually set one up, huh?
Yeah, you want to?
Sure.
All right. I'm just logging in now to get my notes.
Yeah, you had said you had that you had created a resource, or no?
Yep, sure did.
Is it it's not posted in the group, or it is, or?
Not yet.
Okay.
Because we're adding in screenshots to it.
You're so professional.
Trying to make it easy for you guys. And I'll be done really soon on all the tech with what I did is I actually set up Sue's whole webinar process with lead pages to her email system to everything, and I recorded it all so that it's step by step by step. Like, how do I set up a webinar? What's the whole process?
Okay.
Yeah. So what kind of happened with you guys is we had the track on how to do your show and how to get all of that, but then everybody was like, I want webinars and I want webinar jams. So we went off the script per se of that, so which was great because you guys kind of nudged me and pushed me to create content that people have been asking for that I just didn't make the time to do. Which is really important.
It always goes exactly as it's supposed to.
Hold on a sec. For some reason, my Gmail is not letting me into my Google Drive. Let me focus on that and see why. There we go.
On a totally separate note, my YouTube channel, I guess now there's restrictions to get your own like a specialty link. You have to have,
you have to have 100 subscribers.
Okay. So how do I push that? How do I?
Yep, that's I'll send you some info on that.
Because I hate the link that I have to put in my speaker one sheet. It looks so silly, you know?
You can use how I have mine set up is I have jessicabrace.com/YouTube/Facebook/Twitter. So I run everybody as a pretty link through my website to all my social media.
Oh.
So I used one of the page names, like you I can't think of one. Yeah. So anyway, so I use that. So like when I list it out on my one sheet, it's like jessicabrace.com/YouTube.
Got it. Okay.
And one, it's more memorable.
Yeah, mine's like HPQRS, you know.
Yeah. And then two, it's also sending traffic through my website.
Exactly. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So that just made things easier.
And I did get the signed contract from that hotel to do that facilitation.
Yay!
And it originally was 4 hours, and then they came back and said, it's changed, it's now Tuesday, it's only going to be 2 hours, this is what you need to do, blah, 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 send a new contract. So I sent a new contract. I didn't change my price.
Right.
And they came back, and the girl goes, wait, it's only 2 hours, and the price is the same? And I went back and said, yes, I'm not an hourly person. It's how much preparation, how much time away from the office, how, make sure I reach your goals. And this is on a project-based fee.
Ah.
And they accepted it.
That's awesome.
I was very proud of myself. I heard Jessica in my head that I was worth it.
You are, for sure. All right. And what is your email system? Are you using Aweber or ActiveCampaign?
I actually use MailChimp.
MailChimp. Okay.
Oh, I see how happy you are about that.
I don't know. We'll have to check on the logistics for that.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is log into your webinar jam.
Okay.
And your lead pages. So do you want to do it and then I tell you where to click, or do you want me to do it and then we record it and you follow along? Whichever works best for you.
Well, what do you normally do? I mean, I'm pretty savvy.
It's either preference. Some people learn by watching and some people learn by actually doing it. So I'm easy to do it either way.
Okay. I would like to try to do it by doing.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to turn the controls over to you for the webinar so you can share your screen.
Okay. Got it.
Awesome. And I'm going to make you the host.
Okay.
Now you are the lady in charge.
Okay, I am the host. Can you see my screen?
And then what you want to do is on the bottom, you're going to see, you have to have it full screen.
Okay.
And then you'll see on the bottom a green square that says share screen with an arrow going up.
Got it. Can you see my screen? Wait.
Not yet.
I see a blank screen. Oh,
Here it comes.
yes, no, maybe so.
It said you started screen sharing. There it is. Yes. Okay, cool. So let me think for a second. The first thing we want to do is you have not set anything up, so we're going to need to connect your lead pages and your webinar jam to your MailChimp.
Got it.
So let's start with lead pages first. Have you set up lead pages to work with your MailChimp yet?
Yes, I have.
Okay, yeah, you have. So you've done that. Okay, great. Then we want to, the next step is to head on over to Webinar Jam and start webinar. So we want to go to, you're logged in, so you want to create a new webinar.
Basic. Wait. It says basic configuration webinar schedule. So just save and next.
Oh, I lost your screen. I'm still sitting here just showing the login for Webinar Jam.
Oh.
Do you have a couple windows open?
Here has paused. Why is that? Okay.
Ah.
Hey.
Nothing's moving.
Stop that. It says resume share.
Okay. Did you resume the share?
I keep clicking on it. It doesn't want to do it.
Try stopping the screen share and starting it again. Okay.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, coolio.
All right, so maybe you do it.
What?
I said you can so that we. So I get
you had it. It just came up.
It did?
Yeah.
Where is it? You see my screen?
I did a second ago. Hit screen share again.
Oh gosh, now I lost you. Wait a minute.
Here it comes. Yep. Okay. So click on basic configuration, and you'll see on the right-hand side there's a white pencil that says not configured.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to set that up.
There we go.
Did your screen share pause again? Because it froze on me.
It doesn't want me to do it.
Okay, I'll jump in.
Thank you. Sorry.
That's all right. That's weird. I've never had that happen with Zoom.
Such a bummer. Okay. Jessica Brace is now the host because she knows what she's doing.
What I'm going to need you to do is send me your Webinar Jam login in the chat.
Okay. So my username and password, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm all over this.
Because we want to set it up in your account so you're ready to rock and roll.
There you go, my friend.
Welcome, everybody.
Does it copy and paste? Why doesn't it paste?
It should.
Paste. Paste, baby, paste. Paste, baby, paste. Copy. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh. So funny, you keep jumping around my screen.
I'm busy
You're over to
today.
the right, you're over to the left. You're not here. You're like, I'm out of here.
I'm keeping you on your toes.
You are. All right. So it will not. That's my username. And my password is. I give you total props how patient you are. When Marty's thing. Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
I have never had that happen. And I wrote to Webinar Jam and said, hey, you've got a serious flaw in your software that you need to fix. And they were just kind of like, oh, thanks.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, there's no way out of it. You were stuck in this endless loop of Webinar Jam trying to find the video, and you couldn't cancel the video. There was nothing I could do.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. All right, I sent. Yes, username.
Yeah, got it. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm gonna share screen.
Okay. Aww.
My dudes.
They're so cute.
My little dudes.
So adorable.
All right, new webinar.
New webinar.
And you basically just walk through all the stuff step by step. Right. So basic, and what's the name of your webinar?
That's a great question. Which I can change, obviously, right?
Yeah, you can change this. All this stuff can be edited.
How do you spell life?
And then a quick description.
Huh. Oh, I had it. Anyways, 4 simple ways to live an inspired life.
You can change it.
Thank you. I will.
It's all good. And then down here is list it.
Okay.
And they actually have a directory of everyone doing webinar jams, so other people can come in and check things out.
Got it. Self-help and personal development. Perfect.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then you could do that if you want to.
Okay.
Honestly, I haven't seen any benefit from it, but you never know.
Okay.
If you don't put it out there, then no one will come. So.
Right.
And then the schedule.
Okay.
You want to pick a date and time?
Sure. Huh. Maybe 2. How soon do you think I should do it?
Give yourself at least a week to promote. And that's if you want to run Facebook ads and stuff, then the time you turn on your Facebook ad should be about a week.
All right, I'm going to give it a little bit longer, so maybe Monday the 16th?
Yeah. Do you want to tie it into what you're doing with Nancy as an offer afterwards?
And I do her on the 18th. So Monday the 30th?
Sure.
Tuesday, December 1st? What do you think?
They're all good.
They're all good. You're so fun. Monday the 30th.
Okay.
I can take that too, right? Okay, what does your expertise say? 7, 9, 12 p.m. It doesn't matter because you're going to be taping it.
Evenings.
Evenings are best.
Yeah, for businessy type people. Yeah.
7 p.m., 9 p.m.
7 East Coast is good.
Fine. Yeah. Okay, cool.
And then you just pick the time zone, and then you click add, and it'll show up here as session 1.
Got it.
And confirm. Now we're on to the next one. See how easy it is?
Oh, it's ridiculous. Okay.
What's your title?
Freedom Facilitator.
Okay, had to check it.
Yeah, I always have to look at it.
And what is your Gmail address?
Oh. NinaAubert@gmail.com? I'm not sure. I think so.
You can change it later.
Okay. Pretty sure
you will need to be logged into Gmail to log into your webinar.
Got it. I can remember that.
I have to be really clear on that. Otherwise, you get some funky stuff happening.
Or you're a hot mess. Okay. Got it. Okay.
Do you have a photo that you want to use? You can upload this later. But
yep.
you would come in here and just upload your photo. You just click that and then find it on your hard drive.
Cool. Okay.
And then you got to click add. And now you'll see you're up there.
Perfect.
And then,
so then if I was going to have someone with me to help out, that's where I would put them.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Like I would usually put myself in as tech support.
Got it.
And then with tech support, you would take off the active speaker.
Okay.
Because then it won't show in your marketing.
Okay, cool.
If you leave this checked, they'll show as a co-presenter.
Right.
It doesn't mean that they can't talk at the webinar. It's a little confusing.
Okay, so uncheck active speaker, but they'll still be able to talk.
Yeah, they'll be able to talk and mute. And so like I'll come in as, like I usually do it as tech support, and then come in and manage the chat and make sure like Marty, yes, we can see your screen share. No, we can't.
Right.
Poor Marty. She practiced her screen share so many times, and then she gets on the webinar, and I think she gets nervous and she forgets.
Oh my God! Listen, well, anyways, because I haven't done it live with the camera yet. I've done.
It's a lot of things to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of things to think about.
Absolutely. Okay. Cool.
All right, so now we're at the registration process. We do not need to pick a template for the registration process because we are using lead pages. So no need to worry about that.
Got it. Template.
So we click save and next. Or it's actually gonna force you to pick one, but it doesn't matter what you pick.
Okay.
Just pick anything.
Oh, okay. So it forces you to pick one, but doesn't mean
it's not used. Yeah.
Got it.
Why is it giving me a hard time? Let me choose one that doesn't have so many questions.
Ooh, these are pretty pictures.
Yeah, and they're pretty good about giving you what you need. It's just that their templates aren't so fancy.
Right.
So yeah, don't worry about setting up and refining any of this because we're using a lead page anyway.
Got it.
Now we have notifications. So notifications is email and text. And email, you could use their server or your server. And this is like the emails will come through your server. It's a little bit harder to set up.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Okay.
Yeah, so this one you can just use their email servers. Here's the thing though, if you run into people coming back to you and saying, hey, I never got the email or this or that, then you will need to come back and take a look at this.
Okay.
Because what I found is that people, and it depends on specific audiences, like my audience is very heavy into webinars.
Right.
So they've been to a lot. So what happens is they will sign up for someone else's webinar, and that someone else will send a ton of emails, and the emails are coming through the Webinar Jam server, so they blacklist it and put it in their spam box. And then my emails won't come through because I'm coming from the Webinar Jam server too.
Got it. Okay.
And what email address would you like them to reply to?
info@ninaavera.com.
Cool. So now what you could do is you can come in here and play.
Okay.
And this system will actually send out your messages for you. So you'll see here a welcome message.
Okay.
And you click add email, and then it's going to show you an email. And this is the email here. You've registered, and then all these like number signs with that is what we filled out before. So when we filled out the title and the description, the presenter, and the date and time,
okay,
Webinar Jam will actually fill that in for you.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about those, but you can edit the text here and here to say, you know, I'm so excited that you're going to be here. Here's what we're going to talk about, blah, 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 things like that. And so you can edit all of these, and which I do recommend that you do to make it more personal.
Okay.
And then you can come in. So there's a welcome message, which is sent immediately as soon as they send, as soon as they register.
Okay.
And then the pre-webinar reminders, you can set up as many as you want. So you can say, I want to, oh, I see.
So the ones that I got from Marty for her webinar, you did through here.
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yep. What's your cell phone number?
954
Mm-hmm.
540
Mm-hmm.
6990.
You're going to get a text with a code in just a minute.
Okay.
You only have to do this one time, and what it is we're verifying that you're a real person because they don't want people to spam from Webinar Jam.
4960.
All right, coolio.
Cool.
So now what we can do is we can think about what our strategy is for sending emails before the webinar.
Okay.
So we have one that they got immediately as soon as the registrations, as soon as they registered. Now we can think about, okay, should we send them one 2 days before? Should we send them one 24 hours before, an hour before? You know, whatever your strategy is for following up to get them, to keep them excited and to remind them about the webinar.
Okay.
So I usually do 24 hours before and 1 hour before.
I like it.
So we'll do 24 hours before. And I recommend changing the subject line on this, like reminding your upcoming webinar. Not very exciting.
Right.
It's like, yo. And then you can set as many of these as you want. You just keep clicking on add email.
Got it. Okay. Cool.
And then you can go in and edit these here. And then last minute reminder starting soon gets sent 15 minutes before you start.
Got it.
And this one is just locked. You can't change the time on the last minute one.
Got it. Okay.
So that's how you set up the emails. Now, post-webinar, this is where it gets fun. So post-webinar, what you can do is you can say what you want after the webinar starts. So the way the timer works is it's timed by hours after the webinar starts is when the email goes out. So if you know your webinar is 1 hour long, then you want to say 1 hour after the webinar starts, I want to send them an email with a reminder of my offer.
Cool. So it would come like basically right after.
Mm-hmm. So what I'll do is I'll say the offer.
Got it. Okay.
Reminder. And I'll just label these. So 1 hour after the webinar starts, we want to send this email to everyone who attended. See how we can segregate the list right in here?
Yes.
So everyone who attended 1 hour after the webinar starts, which means as the webinar is ending, we're going to send them an offer reminder.
Love it.
So then what you want to do is you want to kind of build out your email sequence for the event. So now we have our offer reminder, and then, okay, so let's work with just the people who attended, and then we'll go back and do the other one. So send this email to everyone who attended maybe 24 hours or 12 hours so they get it the next morning.
Cool. Okay.
So we can say 12 hours after the webinar starts, which would be the next morning. So you want to remind the attendees that, you know, the offer still stands.
Got it.
And change. And then you can go through. So then what you want to do is you want to send an email to people who did not attend.
Right.
And you can get really fancy. If you really, really want to step it out with these emails, you can send this email to those who showed up, but they left before the end.
Oh, wow.
When you made your offer. And you can actually connect. Now, if you're using PayPal, you can't connect your PayPal to this shopping cart. But if you're using Stripe, there's ways that you can connect it. And I don't do this because it's just too much of a hassle to set up. But you can actually set it up so that when people buy, it will tag them as a buyer or not.
Wow. No, too much.
Yeah. It's too much. When you're first getting started, I mean, when you have thousands of people on a webinar, it's important to do that. But when you're just getting started, it's just better to focus on the content and not all the technology.
Right.
So
then
yes.
you're going to be able to hire someone to do it all.
Yes.
Right.
So, you know, things like an hour after the webinar starts, those who did not attend.
Okay.
So there's an email here, you know, we missed you, did not attend.
Got it.
You know, here's the replay and all of that. So then you have that. And then you click confirm.
Okay.
And you can go through and play with those emails all that you want to. It's super easy to do.
Love it.
And now we have here your email autoresponder. And we're going to go to MailChimp.
Okay.
And it's your autoresponder code. So what we have to do is go to MailChimp and generate a form and then paste the form in here.
Okay, so I have a form that's connected to the list that I use.
Okay.
So that's what you need?
Yep, I need the HTML code for that.
The HTML code for it. Okay, hold on. How do I?
So when you go into MailChimp and it says, I think it's in MailChimp, it says like connect to my website or something like that, and then it'll give you like HTML code.
Yep, hold on. How do I? Now that you
I'm just going to turn on my fan because it's hot in here.
get in here. Okay, so I am at MailChimp. I am logging in. So, yeah, because I want them to go to that list and get my free, my opt-in. I'm not changing that.
Well, they're signing up for a webinar, so we shouldn't necessarily send them a free something.
Oh, you're right. Okay, I get it.
So you may want to make a new list just for webinar people.
Got it. All right. So obviously I need to do that. So explain to me what I'm doing. So like I did on my other one, I did a general form.
Yep.
Is this the form they're going to put like their name and their email and?
Yep.
Okay. And then put the HTML code in there.
Yep.
I can do that. You want me to do it right now?
Yeah. So we're going to need it for,
so I would end up doing a new list is what you're saying.
Okay. Actually, hold on for this.
Okay.
Let me think for a second. We're going to need it, but not right this second. I'm going to skip over this.
Okay.
Because if you use...
If I use lead pages, and my lead pages to my MailChimp, I should be good, no?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So we're just going to do that. We're going to say cancel. And then Webinar Jam, if you want to sign up for their affiliate program,
okay,
you can do this here.
Okay.
And then every time somebody buys Webinar Jam, you get like $100.
Oh, okay.
So, and what it does is it puts a little footer at the bottom of your webinar, and that says this is we're hosted by Webinar Jam. And then if they click on it and buy it, then you win.
Okay, you win.
Third-party tracking. This is where you get to put your Facebook pixel.
Oh.
So what happens here is when you build your Facebook tracking pixel, you can put it here, so it will actually add everyone who shows up for your webinar to a custom audience in Facebook.
Wow.
So that you can market to them later.
Holy cow. Okay, scary. All right, cool.
Yeah, so really cool. And then API custom integrations is like fancy pants stuff. We're actually going to need this information for lead pages in just a minute.
Okay.
And then the next one is the thank you. So the thank you page, we're not going to use any of this because we are using lead pages.
Got it.
And the live, now this is fun stuff. So the live is where you can configure a poll to ask people questions. And then when you're in the live webinar, you can push it so that it shows like a survey to everyone in their chat box.
Wow.
So you can pre-configure all the questions for that.
Okay.
Like here you would say your question, and then if they have options, and this video just tells you how to set it up.
Cool.
So that's fun. You can have this set up ahead of time so that you can just pop it in.
Got it.
And do that. And then the same thing here is with your webinar offer. So now this is what I would recommend where you add a new offer. And then here's how it works. You name your offer, and this is just for your reference.
Okay.
And then, so what are you going to sell on your webinar at the end?
I guess my program, I would imagine, right? Duh.
Okay. Yeah, so you have your program, and then your offer headline would be, this is what they see. So, we'll say here, like, Nina's awesome program. So, like, you'll see here that it's starting to build it out.
Got it.
So what you see here is what happens is, and I'm going to show you when we get to the end and we have this all connected, what it looks like, but you'll actually have an option in the control panel to say, hey, show them this offer now, and their chat box will actually turn into a buy now button.
Wow.
Yay!
Yay.
So this is Nina's awesome program. If you want to upload an image of your program,
okay,
or some type of photo or something
right,
that relates to it, you can do that. And then
got it.
And then the text inside the button, add to cart, you could say buy now.
Got it.
And then the link. So if you're using PayPal,
which I am,
then you just use your PayPal button link here. The one that's for like email. So when you create a PayPal button and it gives you the HTTP link for email,
right,
that's the one you use here.
Got it. Okay.
And then you have choices here like open a new tab. This stuff, broadcast real time, that's if you're connecting your cart to Webinar Jam, which is like advanced stuff. Scarcity, that's if you have it connected to the cart. Urgency can be, oh, it's only good for 24 hours, or if it's only good for the next 10 minutes or something like that, it'll actually set a timer.
Wow, okay.
So you can see here, do you want to apply urgency? If I click yes, it'll say it expires when, and it'll actually put a countdown timer on their screen.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, and this is fun. They did a great job.
Wow. Who knew?
So you definitely want to set up your offer.
Got it.
Here. Oh, it's asking me for a link. And I'm just filling in stuff right now, just so it's there. And then you hit confirm.
Okay.
And then this one is the video injection. So if you want to share a YouTube video, if you want to show a video or share a video or anything like that, you have to have it in this here. And you just can't share screen and show the video because the sound won't come through.
Got it. So you have to pre-configure it.
Yeah, so you have to pre-configure it, and you do add new video, and then you just put the YouTube link. It has to be YouTube.
Okay.
And then that's super simple. And then when you see the control panel, all you do is just say play video, and it'll start playing.
Got it. Okay.
And that's that. And then social media buttons, you can say yes or no.
Okay.
And what that does is that during your webinar, since this is a free webinar, I would suggest yes.
Okay.
What it will do is it will give them a share on Facebook and a tweet button that will go directly to their accounts and let them share your stuff.
Cool.
Yay. So enable a replay. You can say yes.
Okay.
Or no.
Okay.
And then now it says we turned on the replay page. What kind of replay do you want? We have some choices. A replica is the exact recording of what just happened.
Okay.
Pre-recorded is you can pre-record a video and then play that instead as a replay.
Okay.
Or redirect to a URL, which you can have them go to a sales page or something. Be like, hey, the webinar is over, but you can still buy.
Got it. Okay.
And that's up to you. So most people do the replica.
Got it.
And leave it up for a little bit. So you can do an expiration on that page, and you can say, I'll leave the replay up, but only for the next 3 days or something.
Perfect.
That's up to you. And then you want to set your replay, you can either make it public. What that means is when it loads to your YouTube channel, it will be public for everyone to see because the search engines will pick it up.
Okay.
So if you want your webinar to be indexed by the search engines, then you would make it public. If you want your webinar to remain private and not be in the search engines, then you would keep it private.
Huh.
And that's kind of a personal choice.
Right. Okay.
I usually always keep mine private because why sign up for a webinar if they can go and just find it on YouTube?
Well, that's what I was thinking. Okay, good. All right. Okay, I'm on board. All right.
Yep. And then here's the fun thing. Allow users to send questions on the replay page. So you can put a question box and then an email address, and it will actually, when it builds out the replay page, it will actually email you any questions that anyone types in.
Oh, that's cool.
So your email is Nina?
info@ninao'Gray. Cool.
I know, pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
And then social media, they can share the replay if they want to.
Love it.
But which is cool about that is that your replay is gated. So gated meaning someone, in order to see the replay, has to enter their name and email in order to get to the replay. So you're not losing
Love it.
leads by letting them share it on social media.
Got it.
And then this is if you want to charge to register for the webinar. You can actually set up your PayPal and be like, oh, it's, you know, $30 or whatever you want to charge for the content. So like if you're doing a paid workshop or something,
Oh,
you can do that, and they can't register unless they pay.
love it.
Yep. And then this is if you're going to connect it to the cart, and then this is if you have your own affiliate program.
Got it. Okay.
Yay.
Yay.
So your webinar jam is now set up.
Woo.
Yay. Super simple.
Super simple.
And now when you're looking for it, you'll see it here. It'll show up in My Webinars.
Okay.
And then if you wanted to see who registered, you would go to Analytics.
Okay.
And then you would select your webinar. And then you would select which time. And you'll see here, it'll tell you how many registered.
Right.
And then after, it'll show you your live attendees and how many people watched the replay and how many people showed up live. It's really good statistics. Here will actually show you all your data from during your webinar. It'll show you how many people clicked on your offer. It'll show you how many people showed up and when. And this here also allows you to download the chat.
Awesome. Okay.
It's pretty awesome stuff.
Wow.
So it's fun.
Thank you.
And then this we're going to skip. The notifications analytics shows you who read the emails.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And then the registrants, like I said, if people start saying, I didn't get the email, blah, 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 and you start hearing that,
Right.
and then you can look in here and see, well, not a lot of, I sent 200, but only 2 people opened it. There's something going on.
Right. Okay.
So then that's when you might want to change your email thing. And then registrants and attendees is the good stuff. This is all your people who registered with their name and email address, and you can export this. So what's cool about this export is that you can look at if they attended or they didn't attend.
Awesome.
So what you want to do is you can kind of create lists if you want to in your MailChimp, if you want to get sophisticated,
Right.
because we are sending the emails directly from Webinar Jam.
Okay.
But if you want to get sophisticated, what you can do is you can export all the people who showed up and create and add that to a list, and then you can export all the people who didn't show up and create a different list, because then in the future you can talk to them differently.
Wow. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so that's kind of fun and nice, and that's where you would do that is here. And that, in a nutshell, is Webinar Jam. Yay! So that's how you can get yourself set up in like 15 minutes.
Oh my gosh. I can do this.
Yeah, this is really easy. It's a shortcut. When, people look at this and they get overwhelmed because there's so many options, and they're like, well, I don't know if I need this or I need that, and most of it you just skip over.
Right.
All right, so Coolio, let's set up your lead page.
All right. So you need my lead page information, right?
Yeah, I'll need your login.
Lead pages. I'm sure I should have this somewhere else to make it easier, but oh well.
Need LastPass.
Yeah, that's on my list of things to do, isn't it?
It's fabulous.
Crap. I don't know where.
Especially when you're using outsourcers.
Yeah, right. Which, that's the plan.
Like before you let someone go, then you can just delete, or if someone comes in and works on a project, and then you can just release them from the account so that you don't have to change your password or anything.
I love it. Okay, so, oh, it just logged me in. I don't know why I can't. Shoot. Oh, I don't know what I did. Oh, is that you? That's you. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're screen sharing.
Oh, that's you. Wait a minute. That's not right. Okay, I'm trying to find it. Crap. Okay. How do I move? Oh, there we go. My account. Huh. Yeah, it says info@ninaaubert.com. Try, I don't know what my login is. Try 6990NP.
Okay. Capitals or lowercase?
Lowercase.
Nope.
No.
N as in Nancy, P as in Paul.
Yeah. Oh no.
When you try and log in, oh, it doesn't have the reveal password thing.
No, it goes straight in because I saved, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I saved it so I wouldn't have to remember it.
Yeah, that's the tricky part of these.
I know I needed to remember it. Okay, it's longer. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It must have been one they gave me. So do I have to do forgot password?
Yeah.
Okay. One moment, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm really going to forget password. Okay. Password reset. And log in. Lost password recovery. New pages, your new password. So I should just do something for now, right?
Yeah, something that's easy for you.
Will they allow you to do this? Okay. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D. All, yeah, just for now.
Lowercase?
Yes.
Yay. Okay, so then you go to your templates, which is what the default is
Okay.
when you sign in. And then we want to choose webinar.
Okay.
And then you want to sort by conversion rate.
Okay.
And then you'll see all the ones that, these are the ones that get the most opt-ins.
Okay.
The 2.0,
Okay.
I have to run right to a doctor's appointment. It's webinar, the 2.0 or the 3.0. So it's kind of your choice. These are all ones that are converting really well. This one has 2 hosts. The difference between this one and this one is 1 host or 2 hosts. So if you have a friend or whatever.
I like 2.0. I can't see it totally, but I think because yeah, I don't like to write a lot.
Yeah. And that's why this one works really well because it has like 4 bullet points and then that's it. It's either register or get out.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I operate. Okay.
Yeah. Oops. So then we just click on it and say use this template.
Okay.
And then your category here isn't defining anything other than it's giving data back to lead pages about what your topic was so that they can figure out which pages convert the most.
Okay.
That's all that is.
Okay.
So, it doesn't really, so we can say it's advice. And then it's going to build out the page for you.
Got it.
And then you've used lead pages before?
Yeah, so I can change all that and do all that. I guess I just want to see where I put it into Webinar Jam, right?
Yeah, so I'm going to show you that. So your countdown options, we're doing November 30th at 7. PM. I'm starting the clock for you.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks a lot.
So what you're going to see, the thing and the tricky thing is the button. What happens when they click on the button? Like all this is just straight text. It's very easy to edit.
Yes.
And don't forget to change these. I for some reason I forget about those little doohickeys on the side.
Yeah.
And so what we want to do, and I turn off the Facebook comments.
I agree.
If you don't have a ton of them, then it doesn't really look very nice.
Right.
But with your button, the integration is where people get hung up. So you click on the button, and then you click on link options, and then you go to advanced, and then you'll see opt-in form,
Okay.
and then you go view edit. So now we see all the hot stuff here.
Got it.
So the one thing that you want to do is name and email. We probably don't want to ask for phone number unless we're going to turn on the texting in Webinar Jam.
Okay.
For this particular one.
Okay.
So what we want to do is we want to integrate the form with MailChimp.
And then I got to pick the...
And then you want to click your what list it's going to go to.
So right now just put Leadership Liaison Clients.
Okay, yeah, and you can always change this.
I will. Okay.
And then here's the next one. You want to integrate with Webinar Host. And it says, we're going to get this message here. You have not configured a webinar integration.
Okay.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna connect your lead pages to your Webinar Jam. And we only have to do this once.
Awesome.
So we're gonna turn that off for now. And then you'll see here, we're gonna take off email, first name, last name. Okay, it took off the phone when I did that, which is good. So you'll see, these are all the options to edit this.
Got it. Uh-huh.
So like the header image, we definitely want to change that.
Right.
Text, all that stuff here, what you want to adjust it to.
Got it.
So what we want to do is click OK for now, and done. And then we want to save this page. And then we're going to say Life Workshop. And then the date is 11/30.
Got it.
Okay. And then done. And now it's saved. So then we have it saved.
Okay.
Now we're going to go and do our integration. We only have to do this integration one time. So
Okay.
it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay.
And then we'll come back and fix this up. All right, goody. It's saved. So now we're going to head on over to your account info. And you'll see here integrations.
Okay.
And then you'll come down and see Webinar Jam. And then API key. So this is where we go back to Webinar Jam. And your API key is the same for every webinar. It's not specific for each webinar.
Got it.
So you don't need to worry about that. So we're just going to edit this webinar. And their interface is a little cumbersome because you have to go through the whole thing every time.
Oh, how fun.
I know. So
Okay.
now I get to integrations, and then I do API integrations, and it's asking for my API key, which is this. So I come here and I paste that in. And your Webinar Jam is now connected. Yay! Dun, dun, dun. Angels singing, doves flying.
Doves flying. We're happy, happy, happy.
Band is marching, all is good.
It's Yay.
Yay! So then we'll see this workshop, and then we can head back to it and edit it.
Right. Yeah, but I don't want to take your time on that. I just...
No, I'm going to show you how to finish the integration.
Thank you. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So back, anytime you want to edit any integrations or how the registration works, it's always this: click the button and then go to link options, advanced, and then view edit the opt-in form. It's a lot of steps, I know. It's funky, but it's how they do it. So integration settings. First we always go to MailChimp.
Got it.
And then, so you'll see Webinar Jam is in here, but we don't want to do that. We want to do MailChimp first.
Got it.
Because what's going to happen is when they fill out this data, it's going to bump all that data to MailChimp.
Perfect.
And then it's secondary going to bump all that data to Webinar Jam at the same time. So your data is kind of going whoop in two different directions.
Okay.
Because Webinar Jam does not talk with MailChimp.
Got it.
With the way, what happens is that if you use lead pages, Webinar Jam actually disabled the ability for your Webinar Jam to talk with MailChimp, which stinks.
Huh.
But
Wow.
it's how they built their system, and this is the only way to do it. I've had a lot of talks with them on the phone because I was frustrated.
Right.
So then you'll see here, Webinar Jam is your webinar host, and then it'll list out all your webinars, which we have one right now, so we're good.
Okay.
And then you click OK.
Okay.
And then you just gotta wait for this to finish loading, which takes a minute. What it's doing is it's just checking with your MailChimp to verify. And it did. And then you click OK. Done. Save. Now when someone registers, they will go to your list in MailChimp, and they will also register for your Webinar Jam. There's one more piece that we need.
That's what
You're ready and set up to start registering people.
right, because I'm okay. Yes, show me the next piece. Because
the next piece that we need is when you come into your registration, and this is totally up to you on how you want to do this. You'll see here there's a thank you page, and you can use the default thank you page.
Okay.
Which is kind of fugly.
Okay.
I'll show you what it looks like. That's it.
Ah! Right now on my other one because I was too lazy. Okay.
Yeah, it's not very exciting.
No,
boring. No, we don't like that. So I always recommend that you create a custom page.
Okay.
And let me show you. What you do is you just build another lead page.
Yes. Okay. I've done that before.
Yeah, and I'll show, and then you come back here and you paste in the link. I'll show you the one that I like.
Okay.
I like this one because one of the bonuses that I liked about Webinar Jam is when you use their registration page, they give people the nice little linky to click on for their calendars. So that it can add it to your Outlook, add it to your Gmail instantly by just clicking, so they don't have to do it manually.
Okay.
I thought that was a nice touch. And until recently, you couldn't do that with lead pages, but there is a template now that will allow us to set that up. But it's tricky, funky to set it up. So I'm going to show you.
Why are you taking me down tricky, funky?
Yeah, it took me like an hour to figure out what the heck was going on with this silly thing.
Funny.
So I'll show you how to do that. We're going to go back to templates. And then thank you pages. And then it's in here somewhere. I like this one because it gives you the calendar thing. But you don't have to. I mean, some of them are like this. Thanks for signing up. You know, and then it just has whatever text that you want.
Right.
But this is the one that I like.
So now explain to me, they're registering, no. Do we have to put our lead pages link into our Webinar Jam web?
Nope. All you have to do is that integration, and then Webinar Jam works with lead pages.
Oh, because I'm sending people the lead pages link to sign up for the webinar.
Yes.
So then they will, sorry.
Yeah, so lead pages takes the data, their name and email, and it hands it over to Webinar Jam, but they don't see anything to do with Webinar Jam.
Right. I got it. I'm sorry.
I like this page. This is one of my favorite ones because it tells them to print it, so they have a printed thing. It gives them like a ticket.
Oh.
It gives you a chance to put a little nice video saying, hey, thanks.
I like this one.
It gives them a reminder info. And then when you come down here, this is optional. If you want to give them a free gift, here, you can, which they can now download it. But here's what I put here. I like to have people print out a worksheet.
Yes.
And so you can have them print out the worksheet for the webinar to follow along with you here on this page, which I love.
Yes. Yes.
Yay. So now, here's this really weird thing that happens with this template, and I don't know why, but you'll see when I come over here to event boxes section on the left,
Hold on.
that when I'm on the left and I highlight event boxes section, you'll see this blue line is going to show up right about here.
Okay, okay. Oh, I see it. Okay.
It's really weird. So for whatever reason with this template, the whole like add to my calendar thing doesn't show up on the template. There's a bug in the system. So if I turn it off and then turn it back on, nothing happens. However, if I click on the cog, and you have to do this on the left-hand side,
Okay.
and we say dynamic options, we now have all this stuff that's going to show up. So we want to skip the text. This is just click to add to calendar Outlook. This is the button, what the text is, the buttons that are going to show up.
Okay.
So this is kind of where we have to use our creative brain and go, okay, we can't see it, but we're going to figure it out.
Okay.
So this here is just asking you if you want the date to be day, month, or month, day. So I always change it to month, day because we're in the US and not Europe.
Correct. Okay.
So you just change it to that.
Okay.
And then the start date. So we are 11-30-2015. And then the time is, and it's military time. So it's 19 for 7 o'clock. And you got to do hours and seconds. You just follow this right here.
Got it. I see it. Yep.
Yep. And then the end date is an hour after that. And this is what this does, is this adds it right to their calendar for them.
Love it.
Which is nice. And now the time zone is funky. This is what took me an hour, and I was just raving crazy with this. So it says your time zone can be found at addthisevent.com. So I went to add this event, and I'm like, yeah, where?
Oh my gosh.
I know, there was no like help or contact us or anything to find it. So I'm going to send it to you, and then I'm going to send you the link where you can save this info.
Okay.
So I had to create a free account.
Oh my gosh.
I know. It's really weird how they set it up because they don't really support you in this. And it really was like, I'm like, I know I'm not dumb, and I know it's in here, so where is it?
That seems so odd for lead pages also, because they're usually so...
Yeah, so you have to create a free account, log in, go to support.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Like, I was like patting myself on the back that I even figured out where the heck this is. And then when you're in support, there's a question that says, where is the old time zones used by lead pages?
Oh my gosh.
List of old time zones.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, are you guys serious? And then it's going to show you here Eastern time.
Okay.
Is zone code is 15.
So we put 15 in the lead page.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Isn't that ridiculous? 15.
Never.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I know. I was going crazy. Yeah, it was like an hour of just like, what are these people doing?
That is not funny.
So then the title is, this is what's going to show up in their calendar.
Oh, cool.
So we want to do that, and then a description, and then the location.
Got it. Okay.
Online, and I always say, check your email for your unique access link. And then the description of the event. You can come in and jazz all this up.
Got it.
And then false, it's not an all-day event. It has a set time.
Got it.
And then you say, done.
Done.
Now, here's the weird thing. Then when you click save, and then you come back, the calendar will show up. It's Done. Save. And then you can come in and customize this however you want to. And then I will actually show you what it looks like. Get out of here. Here you go. See, now it has those magic buttons.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that weird?
That is bizarre.
It made me insane. So like if I have Outlook and I click on it, you'll see it's going to show here. This is how it will punch into my calendar.
Wow.
So you can control all of that. And again, it's another opportunity for you to get people excited about coming to the event, because it's going to pop up in their reminders.
Wow.
Yay. I know. Yay. That's fun. Yeah, so this is like a cool advanced little thing, but I love it.
Love it.
So there's your page that you can edit and do what you want. Now, do you have your lead pages connected to your website yet?
No.
Okay. So let's log in and do that. Are you on, do you have WordPress?
No.
No. You don't?
No.
Oh, okay. Then we can't do it.
Okay.
Boo.
Bummer.
Yeah. You're on Wix?
I'm on Wix.
Okay. Just an FYI. Last week there was a huge upset with Wix. Did you hear about it?
I didn't. What? Google
dropped all Wix pages out of the search engines.
What?
And then they brought it back. My appointment's at 11:45. I'm almost there. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not sure what is going on with that or what the outcome was, but I remember seeing the upset chatter going through my feeds.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so it's something to keep an eye on.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because that scared a lot of people.
Yeah, that would be scary. Okay. All right.
Okay. So now you're, and when you're in lead pages, you'll have to work with the lead pages links. So what we want to do here is we want to go to publish and grab this link.
Right.
And then we want to go back to our other page and put it in as the thank you page.
So we would unclick that box and then put that URL. Okay.
So then we go here, link options, and then thank you page, and then we uncheck that, delete it, and then put in our new one. And you, my friend, are now ready to start registrations for your webinar.
Wow.
Yay.
Yay. So, okay, so it's not till the 30th now. When do you really think I should start pushing?
I would start 2 weeks out.
Okay, cool.
Emails, Facebook group postings, run an ad, because 2 weeks will give you time to refine your ad.
Okay, cool.
You know, like we've had some people come in, like I had a really, really big corporate client come in, and he gave me 3 days to run a Facebook ad before his webinar, and I'm like, oh yeah, and I only want to spend $20 a day on this experiment.
Right. Right. Okay.
You know, yeah, you know, it really, Facebook can be a $5 a day project. I've been following a lot of the Facebook people and studying what they're doing. Like, for example, I just signed up for a webinar of someone who said that they got 700 leads with $29 from Facebook ads.
Oh.
I'm like, well, I'd like to see that.
Right.
And then another person, you know, I bought their program for $30 because they said that they would share their Facebook ad strategy of how they got 4,000 people to opt into their email list in a month.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay. So then I grabbed it and bought it and opened up the Excel spreadsheet that they sent, and it actually showed that they did get 4,000 people to register. However, they spent almost $7,000.
Ho, 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 ho.
So,
hello.
yeah, that was a little bit like, yeah, okay, you got 4,000 people, but you paid almost $2 a person to get them added to your list. And she did share her strategy, where she failed and where she refined her thing. So it was a valuable purchase for $30, but people are out there like, oh, I added this many people with Facebook ads and you should be too. And, well, not everybody has $7,000
Yeah.
a month.
A month. Oh, excuse me.
So it's just thoughts like that, to be aware of. But, $5 a day is a good start to kind of play and tweak the market and see where people are responding and where they're not and how you can fit in with that.
Awesome.
Yeah. Like with Marty, we had not a lot of people clicked on her ad and people registered, but then she didn't have anyone show up. She actually had 16 registrations besides people that she knew on her webinar, and 1 showed up.
Okay.
So that was a really low rate. Yeah. Typical webinar numbers when you're first starting, you should expect about half the people who register to show up.
Right.
That's about average. And then of the people who show up, about 10% will buy.
Right. So in that scenario, do you look at what your topic is? Do you look at, where?
It could be a lot of things. Like I had one client who was averaging we were running her on $10 a day Facebook ads, and she was averaging about almost 100 between 75 and 100 registrations per week. And we did a 3-week run. The first week she had really high show-up rate, and she sold 2 of her courses, and then and she fumbled and was nervous, and but she did really great. She shared a lot with her own personal list that week as well. The following week, she had like 77 registrations, and that was 100% cold traffic, which was people who never knew her and just clicked on a Facebook ad. And she still had a show-up rate of about 50%. And she made a mistake in her sales presentation, so her conversion to sales was 0.
Oh boy. Okay.
She made a huge. She offered everyone to come and join her on her free Facebook page, and forgot to ask for the sale for her course.
Not like me.
Yeah, she explained her whole course and then offered her free Facebook page. Everyone thought it was free.
Okay, that's where I'm going.
Yeah. So that was that, and then the 3rd week again, she had about 70+ registrations. However, she changed the time from evening to midday, and she had the same number of registrations. However, she had only like 3 people show up for the live webinar, and she got flustered by that because she kept looking at the numbers. So she kind of flubbed and was disconnected throughout the whole presentation. Like, I forgot my train of thought. What was I gonna say?
Oh my God.
Yeah, because she just kept looking that there was only 3 people there and not focused on the fact that there was 3 people there.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm perfectly scared to death now, and I'm a speaker.
But in the end, she ended up with over 240 new people registered to her list at a spend of $70 a week. She had 2 people register for her course. And she learned a whole heck of a lot about webinars.
It really is. You have to do it to know.
It's an experience. Like, you don't know that you're going to freak out at the sale, or you don't know, like Marty shares her screen share perfectly fine when she's not on camera.
Right. No, I
learned.
The whole time I'm like praying and lifting her up, and I'm like, it's going to work. You just want it to be successful.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Jessica Brace, thank you.
So now you are there. So let's book a second time so we can actually do a test live webinar.
Oh my goodness. You are crazy. Okay.
Go back to my calendar, jessicabrace.com/call.
All right, I will.
And then just book a time, and then we'll actually go through. When you get all this set up,
right,
and you go through it, let me know, and then we'll review everything, and then we'll actually do a test webinar so you can see what it's like to be on the webinar.
Cool. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm like looking at my calendar going, okay, I can do all this. I can.
Yeah, well, your webinar's a ways out, so you're good. You got 27 days and 7 hours, 34 minutes and 40 seconds. Oh, 38 seconds. 32 seconds.
Listen, they just signed the contract for that Fontainebleau. I wasn't like lifting a finger for it. And now that they signed the contract, I'm like, crap, I better start working on this. So yeah, I'm just, working it all out, babe.
About 4 weeks. That's good.
I can do it. I can do anything. All right.
It's all good.
Thank you.
Awesome. So we'll talk soon.
All right. Sounds awesome, Jessica. Have an amazing day.
Bye.
Thank you. All right.